Hey everybody, it's just me again, Wayne, with the review of the Monoprice and I got the guitar port over the microphone here. Hey everybody, it's just me again, Wayne, with a review of this here machine, the Monoprice Indio Cali Classic guitar. Now, if you've chosen to watch this video, you probably fall into one of three camps. Either you are looking for a guitar to give to someone, possibly as a present, probably to someone who doesn't know how to play guitar, or someone who does know how to play guitar, but you don't know too much about it, so you're not quite sure what to get them. The gift-giving season coming up, and money being tight for lots and lots of us around the globe. If someone wants a guitar, that's kind of a tall order for a lot of us. So, you think, I'm going to find me some inexpensive guitars and choose from among those. Well, you could do a lot worse than this. Possibly you are a player yourself and you need a backup guitar. Maybe something that you want to do some modifications on, so you don't want to spend a lot of money. Or maybe you want another guitar and you're just saying to yourself, I mean, this channel's name, after all, is Metal and Iron, looking for another metal guitar, or a nice metal guitar in general. How about this one? Well, we'll try to address all three of those perspectives. So, what is this machine, you may well be asking? This is very obviously a copy of a Fender Stratocaster. If you know your guitars, you can see that already. If you don't know your guitars, if you are researching for somebody else, this is a copy of a Fender Stratocaster, one of the iconic models of guitar. It's got the standard Strat 3 single coil pickups, it's got a volume, it's got two tone knobs, it's got a 5-way selector switch, 21 frets with your standard semi-problematic Stratocaster access to those upper frets. It's not bad, and people have been fighting to get to those upper frets for decades and decades, so, you know, it's not like this is a new thing. The tuners are unbranded up here, but I have noticed no problems at all with them. They're pretty smooth, and I've been playing this thing more or less non-stop for a couple of days. Well, except, of course, for going to work. Work. And I've really not had any slippage at all with the tuners, so that's cool. It's got a tremolo, quote, system, end quote, your standard Fender type trim system where you put your tremolo arm in there and bear down on it to do a nice dive bomb 2 or 3 times, and then you're all out of tune. But again, it's the sort of thing people have been fighting with for decades. Now, what does this guitar come with? Comes with your tremolo arm, comes with a couple of Allen wrenches, one to adjust the truss rod, there's access to it just up here at the headstock, and of course one to adjust the height of the bridge there. It also comes with a surprisingly nice gig bag. Now, a lot of guitars, even cheap guitars, come with a gig bag. And sometimes the gig bag is so cheap and so flimsy, you could pretty much roll it up into a ball and stick it in your pocket. Not this thing. This is a nice bag. This is padded and looks fairly durable, at least as durable as, you know, this quasi-vinyl material ever is. Got a pocket on the outside, it's got your carrying handle here on the top, and yes, it even comes with those dual straps for all those guitar players in real life who like to put their guitar in their gig bag and with both straps strap it on their back and then meander down the road seeking fame and fortune, just like in the movies. Have you ever met anyone who actually carries their guitar around like that? If you have, just make a comment on this video, because I never have, and I'd just be curious if there's anyone that exists that actually does that. But anyway, nice gig bag that this guitar comes with. Okay, how does it play, you ask? Pretty well. You know, like most guitars, the action was relatively high when it arrived, and you know, I lowered the bridge a little bit, and it plays pretty well right now. It's certainly not the fastest fretboard or neck in the world. It's a maple fretboard. I like that. Okay, I think the neck is maple too, but I'm not certain. It's not a dressed neck. It's not fully dressed. It's not even satin. I don't know what we call it. There is some kind of finish on there, but not a whole lot, so it's not super fast. What else to tell you about this? Sounds pretty good. It really does. It sounds a little better than I would expect a guitar that I only paid $90 for to sound, and pretty solid actually. I can't even hear the tremolo springs you know, moving around when I shake it. So yeah, it seems to be a pretty well constructed thing. Now, what did I pay for this? I paid $90 for it. $92.57, I think, was the specific price that I paid for it. This guitar lists usually for anywhere from $109 to nearly $160, depending on the color of guitar that you want. That seems like a weird thing to me to base a price on, but, you know, so it goes. Now, is it worth that? Is it worth $90, $92? Oh, I'd say, yeah, absolutely, this is worth $92. You would have had to pay, oh God, $300 for a guitar of this quality back when I started playing. Lo, when dinosaurs still trod the land. Yeah, it's absolutely worth $90, $92. Is it worth $160? Well, that kind of depends upon your financial context. So, $160? I don't know. Maybe. I will say that if you're out to purchase a Squier Stratocaster, you know, God forbid, let alone a Fender brand Stratocaster, to get one that plays this well and seems this solid, you'd pay a lot more than $160. So, comparatively speaking, yeah, it's a steal. One thing I've noticed about this guitar, the only thing that I really am not super wild about, the fret ends are a little bit rough. Now, they're not so rough and they're not so sharp, but they scratch up my hand. I can do this all day, and I don't have any scratches, haven't gotten any scratches. That's not something that would have to remain. You could fix that pretty easily, okay? You know, with a little sanding block or something like that. Don't buy this and go, I think I'll just automatically start messing with the ends of the frets. If you don't know how to do it, YouTube it, right? Look for a video to show you how. Don't just take my advice on it. But other than that, I think that this works out pretty darn well. Plays pretty well. It sounds good. It seems to be solidly constructed. And I think it's a really nice looking machine. I really do. If you're thinking about this as a gift for somebody, you know, for $90 to $160, especially if you can get it for closer to $90, yeah, do it. I can't think that it would be a mistake. Now, if you're thinking about this as a guitar for yourself, you know, to mod up, or as a backup guitar, well, those are two sort of different things. If you're looking to do mods on it and you don't really know what you're doing, I don't know much about modding guitars myself. You know, if I were going to get a guitar and make, if I were going to get a guitar to make mods on, I would certainly want to make sure that I was paying, you know, $90 instead of closer to $160. So yeah, this would work. For a backup guitar, maybe you gig regularly. Maybe you have just one main instrument and you think, man, I really want something in case, you know, anyone who plays live, we've had that thing where a string breaks and your backup guitar isn't there. Or you pick up your backup guitar and it's out of tune, or it's got a broken string, or something like that. Pardon my language, what a pain in the ass that situation is. It's like, all right, folks, thank you so much. Now, please turn your attention to your beers and let's take 5 minutes while I change my strings. Yeah, that doesn't work out. This would not be a bad backup, especially, you know, if you're a single coil person. Okay, could do worse than that. How is this for metal? I mean, the name of our channel here is Metal and Iron, so we're into heavy metal. Well, it's about as good for metal as any Stratocaster is, any standard kind of Strat style guitar, which is to say, not super great. But having said that, think about all the players who've done amazing metal things on their guitar on a pretty much a standard Strat. Who's that one guy? Eddie Van Halen, rest in peace. Yngwie Malmsteen, Jeff Beck, on and on and on. Richie Blackmore, for goodness sake. So, yeah. Okay, I've rambled on, I think, about long enough. If you guys have any experience with this model of guitar, let me know. Okay, put something in the comments section. If you're thinking about it as a gift, sure, I would say do it, especially for 90 bucks. If you're thinking about it for yourself to make mods on, sure, do it for 90 bucks. When you get up into different colors and around 160, you might want to think twice. But if you've got 160 and you're just going to throw it in the street, sure, why not? Do that anyway. Thank you very much, y'all. Talk to you soon.